Jones. You're my guy. All right, cool.
That nigga dead? He's no less work.
50-50 chance that guy might be dead tomorrow. All right, Remy and Papoose. That girl's a whore. All right. J. Cole, NBA Youngboy. What a situation that was. All right, on to the room.
On to the new music.
All right, we've heard enough. That was the intro.
Connect the dots. Yeah. Yo, it's time we head to the top. We cannot settle or stop. Out for the best. Coming up next, we connect the dots.
Welcome to Connect the Dot. What's going on, everybody? Connect the Dot podcast. We're in the house right now. We're having a good time. We're enjoying ourselves. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to everyone for being back. We got Hollywood in the back as always. Hollywood in the back, right? And as always, we have the crew here. You know, the lineup hasn't changed yet. We did have one guest last week, so if you guys are watching this now, you obviously got to see the Pound Banger episode. Shout out to Pound.
Shout outs.
Of course.
Pound Banger.
So yeah, we're here. It's a new week. We got a few topics we wanted to kind of dive into. As always, we got Gutz, Specz, myself, Director Dan Barker in the building. And shout out to right into it.
Go ahead, go ahead, man. You talking? You go ahead. Oh, look at them. What are you, 3? 4? Yo, shout out to Hollywood's product right here, Buddy Bikes, or Buddy Bits, right? Like Timbits, Buddy Bits.
Get your bits on.
Get your bits on.
These things are awesome. Edibles, you can get them through the Green Rabbit.
Yeah.
You guys can look them up. They're also at a bunch of dispensaries.
These are like the most legit edibles that I've ever eaten, to be honest with you.
I've had 3 now. I'm in trouble.
You're definitely in trouble. Definitely.
I just had my second one.
I did this for you
very
guys.
potent, and you really it touches it touches everything, right? It touches your taste buds in the proper way, you know.
Yeah.
It's not some edibles you eat, you could taste too much of it to me.
Right.
But this is like perfect. It's just
you can't taste like the cannabis at all.
Not really.
Especially with the peanut butter clusters. These ones are the best. Like you eat them, they taste amazing. They like crumble in your mouth. They're like they're delicious. Wow. Yeah, I know, right? We got good commercial, good plug, you know. But honestly, I truly do believe that. It's not just because they hooked us up with a bunch of free stuff, but we do want to thank you guys for hooking us up with some free stuff. And y'all better go check them out. We got birthday cake.
Bomb. Yeah. Shout out to Hollywood, yo.
Sponsors,
Get your
please reach
snack
out.
on and your high on at the same time.
That's what's
At
up.
the same damn time.
We are expecting other sponsors to be joining us soon. Like, we're going to have some new sponsors.
Sponsors, hit us up. If you want to, support the movement.
They ain't paying, man.
Yo.
They ain't paying.
Yeah, fuck those guys.
But today we decided to kick it off with a little bit differently. We all kind of ate some edibles quick.
Hit that subscribe button. Make sure you share that shit. Make sure
podcast should get better as it goes.
You plug that shit out there. Like we said, we do it for y'all. We do it for y'all.
Big shouts to Spade of Citizen Kane.
Citizen
Who was honored by the Harvard of Canada. That is UFT. Prestigious Ivy League shit. You know what I'm saying? Hard House at UFT. He was honored and celebrated on his career in hip hop. You know what I'm trying to say? Awesome. There's a rapumentary, and I want to get the name properly. It's called Duke's Raising Cain. It's a rapumentary sponsored by the Hip Hop Education Center as part of its 50 for 50 film series. So I want to go check it out. I will check it out myself because definitely was a hip hop supporter of Canadian hip hop. Citizen Kane, you know what I'm saying? It's great to see them doing big things and getting honored for doing hip hop. You know what I'm trying to say? That's huge.
Yeah. Big up to Citizen Kane, yo. Yeah, that's big up.
I'm seeing a lot more of that too, though. Especially a lot of the older school rappers from the Toronto area. There's more and more things that are kind of being developed, like programs, like kind of organizations that are kind of shining light on these kind of, in my opinion, like heroes, to the rap game and stuff like that. Right. And to be honest, it's amazing to see people like even Choclair and Socrates and just all these guys. They're now getting like their times to shine and their recognition. Even when Drake does his OVO thing, he's Socrates was on it, Choclair was on it, like Cardinal, and like look at Cardinal, and Cardinal's actually a big influence influence on all this, and he's like a silent hero too. That not a lot of people, he doesn't get a lot of praise for it, but he's doing a lot behind the scenes to make sure that these kind of things are happening within the industry. So
but they're also transitioning to other things, right? I mean, remember, what's it called? Cardinal Official is a host on Canada's Got Talent.
That's what I mean.
Right, that's huge. Maestro Fresh West, I actually watched the show because I'm just into the
right,
artsy
the chef
shit.
thing?
But no, not the chef thing. Maestro Fresh West hosts a race against the tide. Basically, it's what's it called? A sand sculpture show. They build sandcastles, elaborate sandcastles out in Newfoundland, whatever. And he's been hosting it for I think 2 seasons now. It's a dope show because I like shit that I can't do, and making sand sculptures elaborate is some shit I can't do.
I'm gonna look into that. Did you see his chef show at all?
No.
He's had a chef show for a little bit now too, and Maestro's a pioneer, and
there you go.
He's an innovator, and the guy's never going anywhere. You know what I mean? Like he's just so anyway. Just to touch on that, like Citizen Kane, obviously a staple in the underground hip hop from
big up Citizen Kane too, because I remember shout out Jukes Kane. I remember one time in London. This is a couple.
I was on that
ago.
show.
Okay,
that show was dope. That show was dope. That show was fucking dope.
It's in February. Yeah. And I was shooting a video right outside the venue. It was at Gordy's. You know what I'm saying? My homie on the bar.
Shout out Axel Rosa.
Rest in peace, Axel.
Yeah, man.
Rest in
peace.
Axel was shooting.
Rest in peace, Axel Rosa. I remember that. Yeah, I was there, bro.
You weren't in the video.
I wasn't in the video, but I was there. So I came later. I remember.
Yeah. I remember that. Both of y'all.
Yeah.
Both of y'all showed up. So we were shooting a video now. We're starting it. I was getting hyped. And then out of nowhere, I seen somebody walk in behind me. And the fucking cameo, they didn't even know who the fuck I was. And I looked over, it's fucking Spade from Citizen Kane cameoing in the shit. So it was like, yo. I'm saying? Yeah. And then when I talked to him, after the event, during the show or whatever, he's like, yo, I didn't even know who you were. I just seen somebody shoot the video and I liked the energy. So I just jumped into that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, I like that shit. That was dope.
Yeah. The thing is, like, I've known Spade for, like, the longest time, right? And like for those who are not familiar with what he does outside of the music, right? He's really indulged with like the kids and the basketball world, and he's done a lot of like community work, keeping the kids off the streets and focus on other things besides that, besides that life. Yeah. So like as a human being, as a person outside of the music, his heart and his motive is in the right place, right? But just like speaking on him on a hip hop turn, like he's always been humble. He's always been 100. Like, you have a lot of guys, rightfully so, because it's a business at the end of the day, right? I mean, at the end of the day, like they would come at you on a business tip if say you want to do a record, do a music or build with them, whatever. But like Spade was like on a real tip, like on a personal tip. Like some guys is like, they can recognize that you're on that same grind, right? As a hip hop artist, MC, whatever. And like, of course, business gets in the way of of doing projects and doing music. But if you have the love for the culture, you have the love for the art. Who cares? It's like I can I can just write a verse or do a track and send it to you. And you're like, yo, let me get on that. Boom, for the culture, right? Yeah. And Spade has always been a real one with that. Where it's like I send him a track, he'll be like, let's do it. Like he's never hesitant with working, right? Some guys move like divas, especially if you're at that level of, like we come from the Much Music era and the video era and the clips and all that shit. And
rest in peace, Much Music.
Yeah, for sure. Hell, shout out Master T. I see that guy a lot too. Shout out Master T.
Much Music's dead? What mean?
Yeah, well, like, come on, like compared
the
to
old school Much Music. I mean, Much Music.
They've been dead for a long time. What are you talking about?
That's why I'm saying rest in peace. But they're still dead.
But I'm just saying though, like the fact that
you've
like
been dead too long.
No, but I'm just saying though, like the fact that like to be able to be humble, be able to be like humble and courteous with these artists, and it's not just him. Like a lot of these old school artists, when you think about it, like look at the guys that we fucked with in the last years, right? From Choclair to Socrates, right? To like all these like local legends that have come through the game. You could throw Spade in there now, like G Wonder. You can throw like a lot of these
shout out G Wonder,
like local guys that have like branched off and done major things on a marketing level when it comes to like Much Music and magazines and shows, etc.
What's that guy's name? T-Rex?
Industry, T-Rex, T-Rex, and man, there's so many people, man.
The battle rapper T-Rex?
No.
The host.
The host now.
The host.
Yeah, and then I think he was on.
Yeah.
Sort of like when
BT one or the Toronto one.
The Toronto one. Sort of like remember how the Terrence J from 106 & Park, he transitioned from that to other things now. He's doing like acting and
then there was like Tricks too, right? The
Tricks, the comedian.
Yeah, the comedian. He was hosting a lot of little shows, and
he hosted a bunch of ones with PJ. I remember that.
Yeah,
but he was also like a
I remember him hosting
and,
the Wu-Tang show.
Yeah, funny guy.
Right? Yeah, he was a funny guy. But I mean, like it's good to see a lot of these guys that we look at as legends. Humble enough to still work with, like, you know, the true rappers, the real rappers, right? And the fact that they're still around doing it, like a couple weeks ago or months ago, like, you know, going and hosted the Shaw Clear show, it was a reminder of how important Shaw Clear was into the Toronto scene. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of times it's like you forget that as growing up in Toronto and seeing, you know, being influenced by the New York culture, New York hip hop. Like they came out at a very they came out at a rough time. They came out at a rough time in terms of getting noticed, right? Because you have 100%. To compete with, you know, the elite of the New York level or whatever, the New York artists. But you know, on top of, like, you know, the fact that they're Canadian, right? So it's like they have to, like, go against all those stigmas, all those setbacks, right? And without them, you wouldn't see a lot of shit that happened. You wouldn't have no Drakes. You wouldn't have, you know, a lot of these guys that are there.
There's always the foundation, man. There's always the
foundation. They set off the...
Let's ride. All my paranormal people come on and just ride.
But it's good that Spade is, like, being honored. I think more artists...
I wouldn't even mind too.
I think there's a lot of artists that need to be honored. I think there's a lot of artists that on the scene that need to be honored.
They're slowly be honest, because relating to that Spade Citizen Kane thing, they actually had like an artist that, I don't want to say a mural, but it was like a picture, and it had like the 50 most influential artists in Toronto hip hop.
I've seen that.
Yeah, I didn't see all the names.
Really?
I didn't recognize all the names and faces. We should actually talk more about that another time. But it was big. Like I'm saying, just for the fact that, remember, hip hop in Toronto, right? We're always thought of second class and whatever. And the fact that people are like making a living, making a mark in the industry, and then getting recognized in the city for doing hip hop, I think it's huge.
It's big. It's big. Like you look at an artist like even like Hawaii Mighty.
Right.
Shout out Hawaii Mighty.
Shout out to Hawaii Mighty.
That's why she said you shows with us when we come up.
Of course, bro. She was on multiple shows that I put on.
She crushed the underground scene,
right? And but her to evolve to that, and it's like I just seen a freestyle she did with Sway.
Okay.
Yeah. And I was like, damn. Like she is like, you know, and I don't know if you guys know, or a lot of people know, like she was sick for a long time apparently. Yeah, she was like very sick for a long time apparently. But
I never knew.
I don't know exactly what, but she was off. But then she came back kind of with a vengeance and doing her thing now. But to see like somebody like her on Sway in the morning, like freestyling, it's
awesome, right?
Doing her thing, and it's like you think like, fuck, I used to, you know, like I used to be. Like I could call by like anytime and be like, "Yo, let's, you know, you want to get on the show?" Da 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 da. It's like to see artists like at that level doing their thing, right? But I mean, Drake, I'm sure, was at that point one time.
Well, no, I think
you know,
well, I was gonna say,
sorry,
I think when Drake came through, we thought, I think as artists in the industry, just people connected to the hip hop industry, I think we thought about like, you know, it's a new life. It's like, you know, now that Drake has broken through and not just become a sensation, but become a worldwide sensation with good music that has just been impactful, that they're going to get more people to look at us and get. Yeah,
well, hold on, can we just? I just want to recognize that
and recognize the talent that we have here. It's happened, but it hasn't. You know
Cardinal official, okay. I just want to say before we kind of segue out of this one, Cardinal official was truly the first door opener. Even Socrates. And Cardinal, I would say.
I want to say into the American market. I want to say Cardinal.
Who more?
Canadian.
Who more?
Into the American market, it was Cardinal.
Cardinal for sure.
Cardinal
for sure because of Akon.
He was signed with Akon.
But underground wise, Socrates really opened the door because he was on Red and Meth's album.
He was signed to Redman signed him.
Redman signed him.
Yellow House.
Bro, look what he did with Chaos. Right? Look at that run. Right, that's why honestly.
But wasn't Shaw Clear the first to go on a major? Wasn't he the first one out of all those guys to? Wasn't he the first one to go on Virgin?
He was on Virgin.
Sure.
Virgin or Prairie?
Radio maybe, but he never had like a run though. I do want to bring this up because by the time people watch this, I'm just hoping that this opinion even is valid and anyone even gives a shit about this anymore. But Tupac's murderer finally found. Let's talk about this for a second because honestly, like the news and media would make you feel as if like this is brand new news and nobody had a clue. And oh my God, the detectives, because of their persistency and consistency on investigating and doing all these years of stuff. Yeah, because they care so much about this that they finally found out who the killer was, right? Meanwhile, we've got podcasts dating back to how many years ago? This guy made a book or something. And basically confessed like that he was there and all this kind of stuff. And I mean, like, all the evidence kind of led to that as well, because like even from back in the day, everybody always thought that, because like all the shit that went down right before he died, and there was video camera footage, and so everybody kind of knew who was at the party. Do you know what I'm saying? And then, so what are we? 30 years later?
Almost.
27. They're almost 30.
27 years
later.
Yeah,
near 30. If you're at 27, you're at 30, bro.
All of a sudden,
round the fuck up.
So I'm paying 27 bucks. I'm paying $30, bro.
Bringing up this topic, my question is okay. First of all, I want to know your guys' opinion on this, because like I've been sitting here thinking about it, and I'm like, okay. What's that? Yeah. So first of all, I want to know if you guys think that is it media manipulation on this, and is there something bigger behind the story about this, or is this just like good police work and like they finally found?
I got two things to say. One, I hope it's not.
You hope it's not what?
I hope it's not media driven. I hope they actually found the right person. I hope it's not somebody that they got all of a sudden because of whatever reason. Right? That's what first thing they're gonna say. Second thing they're gonna say is that, listen, man, the first 48 was made way after Tupac's death. And what's the semblance? They didn't care about Tupac's death for a long time.
Right.
Like you were saying before, it's not like these investigators were tirelessly working for the last 27 years,
right,
trying to find this killer. Just for whatever reason, they're caring about it now, and they found somebody to bring to justice now. I hope for Tupac's family, for listeners of hip hop and fans, it's the right person. You're not getting somebody and putting a charge on them just for the sake of putting a charge on somebody. Get the right person, and I hope it is. And that's that. If that's all I gotta say about that.
What are you thinking?
I mean, it's just funny for me. Like, my take on it is like, it's funny with the timing of the whole situation. This has been known news for almost 30 years. Like, the police knew who did it, who was responsible, who was the culprits behind it. And at the time, you would think, like, if you're doing police work or investigative work, in any case, right? If you and I or whoever go and kill somebody,
which could happen,
right?
Maybe happen.
No, I'm not saying.
I'm just saying,
bro.
though. No, I'm just saying, though. Keep cool.
I know.
Don't tell the business.
This guy went crazy, bro.
Anyways,
I went AWOL.
You would think that, like, if you're running up suspects, you're gonna question them or you're gonna bring them in.
Right.
Even if you're guilty by association, you may not be the trigger person, but if you're the person that's there, you're gonna bring in people to say X, Y, Z. Ooh, right? These guys knew who were the major players involved, right? Keefe D, Orlando Anderson, Suge Knight was somewhere,
People thought that he was involved in it, but
Puffy.
in my opinion, no way. I heard Puffy.
There's been a lot of things.
That's what you said.
Like Jay-Z's been accused.
But here's
like,
no. But
there's so many.
But the point is that when it comes to the major players, it's like they already knew that knowledge, right?
So that's motivation right now?
That's the thing. But here's what I'm saying though, right?
I don't know.
The fact is that, like, you have a person like Keefe D. You have a person like Keefe D who has already come out and basically implicated himself there.
Yeah.
He's implicated himself there for the past 2 decades.
So why?
I was going to say 20 years. Why are they going
after him now? I'm just asking. I don't know. I'm asking.
No, but I'm trying to say though, like, this is my point. It's that how is this guy like saying I'm there? He has no immunity. He has no. No, I'm just saying he has no immunity. He has no anything. He's just come out. He said it through books. He said it through interviews that he was there and this is what happened and he was responsible and blah blah blah. But there's been no charges on that.
I don't know what.
So you have somebody who's have self-admitted.
Yeah.
I'm responsible for killing Tupac Shakur.
What do you think?
That's why I'm trying to say though. It's timing. Why I don't have the answer to that.
No, I'm just
but I'm trying to say though. I'm just saying though.
Let's hand this off. Then
I'm just saying timing. That's my point.
What do you? So okay, you paying attention to what Gutz is saying?
Yeah.
Okay, so based off what he's saying,
what do you think? Why do you think this is happening right now? Since the man for the last 2 decades has basically in any news media, he can actually sit at the top of his lungs. I was there. I was involved.
And now it's coming out. Now it's out there. Why would it be coming out now? Like what? Why is actually happening now?
Why are they arresting him now?
I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. You see, when it comes down to this type of shit, it's like I don't have the answer just as well as the next man doesn't.
But that's your opinion, bro.
He always does the keep silent thing because he has a track. Go check it out. Keep silent.
Stay silent. Real G's. Real G's.
Okay? No. Listen, it's not that time. We're on a podcast. Talk.
I'm an observant guy still, so I'm gonna sit down and watch, and I'm listening. But at the same time, my opinion is, I don't have an opinion.
Okay.
I hate Specz sometimes. He's like one of my good friends, best friends. I would consider him a brother. Yeah. But then he says some fucking shit like that, and it makes me reevaluate who I'm bringing over.
To be real, no. I'll elaborate then. Please. The reason I don't have an opinion is because there's really nothing that can happen in this day and age that's going to amuse me, bro. Like, 27 years of knowing this guy says, I'm here, I was there, I did it. Yeah. But they want to get him now? Yeah. It's like,
why?
But why? That's the question.
But that's the thing. The thing is,
put your tinfoil hat on.
Some kind of corruption, bro.
Yeah.
Some kind of fucking.
I don't know your opinion.
I don't know.
How I can chuck it up? Whoa. How I can chuck it up though? All I can say is ism and schism, bro. Knows it. Like ism and schism is all kind of fuckery, bro. You know what I'm saying?
And you know the thing is with Tupac, he was always caught up in fuckery. You know what I'm saying?
But he's not a fuckery. He wasn't a fuckery.
He wasn't a fuckery guy, but he was caught up in fuckery. And the thing is, like, you got to think of like.
Yeah, but that's a whole other topic.
You got to think of like. Why
he got killed?
But listen, though, you got to think about like. You got to think about certain artists. Certain artists, they have that cult appeal. They have that cult following. Like, and that's when they become a dangerous person. Tupac Shakur, Michael Jackson, John Lennon, like guys
Bob
that
Marley.
are like Bob Marley. You right?
Well, listen, hold on. One thing I'll say. Can I interject one thing? One thing. Remember, obviously, Tupac fans don't know. Remember, Tupac was against the Illuminati before Illuminati was a thing. Right?
He's the one that like was one of those ones that spoke out like in rap heavy on like on the secret societies and all that
interviews, bro.
Right?
You know what I'm saying?
But what I'll say this. Here's my opinion.
Bill Cosby interviews.
I don't know
but I'm trying to say though, you see those certain men that have followings. So when you have somebody like on a Tupac level, especially when it comes to hip hop culture, because hip hop culture. Yeah. It supersedes a lot of cultures. Hip hop culture is one of those cultures.
Sure.
It's unique and diverse in so many ways. It's like
it's followed.
It's copied. It's copied and it's altered. It's very intimidating in a lot of ways. Where other people who don't understand the culture or are threatened by the culture want to alter it or control it.
But
and they couldn't control.
But hear me out. All I'm saying is this: Pac could have been shot for multiple different reasons, for like all these different things, whatever, right? But like the point of the matter is it comes out now. All of a sudden, the guy's arrested.
Circle it back.
Right? Yeah, circle it back. So he gets arrested. All of a sudden, all of his old interviews come out. All this kind of stuff. Now everyone cares again.
Man's 60 years old.
And
why?
And why?
There's an agenda.
If I was to throw my tinfoil hat on, okay? If I was to throw my tinfoil hat on, I would say it's because they're trying to put a divide, right? Like they want to cause controversy in hip hop, first of all. But then it goes deeper than that. It's beyond what's going on, what you're seeing at the face value. They're always trying to do extraordinary things to like create race wars, right? So this is a way to be almost anti-police, in my opinion. This is how I'm looking at it, because
police know all this time.
Yeah, but what do you think is gonna happen? What do you think is gonna happen? They're trying to make it. They're trying to trigger the hip hop culture, and make the hip hop culture go against police. So they can be like, oh, the police, this, that, the other, there's conspiracies, blah, blah, blah. So then that way, all of a sudden, you're going to have all these fucking piece of absolute scum that are going to be like, oh, like you, like blah, blah, like being racist back out of nowhere for no reason, really, other than because it's trending. So they know how to manipulate the media, right? Yeah. So if I was to throw my tinfoil hat, that's what I would say. This isn't about, deflect from the elections or I don't think it's that. I think it's like they're always trying to do something to create a divide and a race war. And I know that this one seems maybe not like that because there's a black guy that killed a black guy. Yeah. But it's the underlying, like they're getting smarter, I feel like. It's like they want people to be like, no, the police, they knew this information for 20 years and they covered it up. So they're bringing it up now because it's worth the political agenda. And then you're going to just hear all this crazy shit, right? It's like they have to get smarter. You can't do the same old dumb trick. It's only going to work so many times. You have to start getting smart with it and tricky with it, right?
But
again, that's just tinfoil hat.
But I think though, like,
I'm crazy.
But I think though, like at the end of the day though, like Like you said that you didn't believe in like, oh, you know, like they're doing this to like distract from the elections. I think everything what you said, including what you said, maybe it's not. I think that's what it is at the end of the day. Because you got to think though, man. Like, it's. You ever heard of MK Ultra? Like, I don't want to go too deep. I don't want to go too deep in the mind control shit and all that shit. But when you think about like, you know, plugging that and like distracting people when it comes to pop culture or hip hop culture, like people are gonna like, you know, be focused and talked on that. But I feel people are smarter now. I feel people are gonna see it. It's gonna be a buzz for a 1-2, and then on to the next one. I personally, I'll be honest with you, and this isn't in a harsh way, but I don't care as much about the finding of like his guilt or this case, etc. Like I don't necessarily care what happens. It's not one of those. Huh?
You're a Tupac fan.
I'm a Tupac fan, but it's not one of those ones. But it's not one of those ones where it's like, I'm like, yo, justice needs to be served finally. Like it's one of those ones because it's like this should have been already done from a long time.
Motherfuckers knew what the fuck was going on
exactly
from time. They just deciding to act on it now. So what
like
the
who?
fuck,
so like
bro?
it's like we already know what happened.
That's why I don't speak. I don't speak on this shit because of that
I want to
reason.
know your. Before we segue here.
That's back to the question. Why is it now? That's back to the question.
Answer is
why is it? I don't know, but I will say this.
None of us will ever know.
I don't have an answer either way, and I can't say I don't have an opinion, but I do have this. I have a parallel. The parallel I draw is R. Kelly. For over 20 years.
That doesn't add up.
Can I just finish?
Yeah. Bro, what?
Hold on. It's not a murder. It's not a murder. For over 20 years, we knew R. Kelly, the allegations were out there about R. Kelly with underage women. We knew about R. Kelly with Aaliyah when Aaliyah was alive and she was underage.
We did.
Rest in peace, Aaliyah, though. Rest in peace, Aaliyah.
There were parodies, sketches made on R.
And we
Kelly.
allowed it. We did.
Her first album title.
Now,
First album title.
Hold on.
Age ain't
There
nothing
you
but
go.
a number.
Now think for your second.
Take
Take 5 seconds to think. When did the charges about R. Kelly become serious?
Surviving R. Kelly.
After surviving R. Kelly.
Facts.
I don't know what the agenda was.
Facts.
But that information was out for like 20 years.
They tried the same
we
shit
knew
with Mike.
about it, and he made the jokes and all that stuff. And then after surviving R. Kelly, then it became back in public light for whatever reason. I don't know what the reason is, but it became back in public light.
Yep.
It went back in the courts.
Them Me Too motherfuckers be not taking no check though.
So,
them motherfuckers will check you at Timmy's, bro.
I don't know what
They'll be like, yo, listen, well, you made a comment just now when you said what you said, when you said it.
Yeah.
Before you get your double, sir.
And that was like right in the middle of the whole Me Too shit too, right?
That's what I'm talking
Well,
about.
with a little Harvey
That's
Weinstein
what the
stuff,
fuck I'm talking about.
I believe so.
Yeah.
But it was like everybody was outraged from that documentary. Everybody was outraged.
But we knew about it.
We knew about that
because,
shit.
But you
I
know
didn't
what?
know some of the details.
Yeah, we don't know. Hold on. We don't know the details, but the allegations were there.
They were there.
With underage,
Everything.
Yes,
And we accepted it.
We just didn't know the fine details, but the allegations were all there.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't know what was happening with Tupac now. Maybe they're trying to distract your attention for something else. Maybe I don't know. Maybe there's something.
It just doesn't make sense.
Yo, I want you guys to comment below what you guys think it is because there's a lot of conspiracies going out there right now. And now that you're watching this, it's been a few weeks.
Can I just say one? Can I just say one thing before?
Gutz is gonna say one more.
Just one more thing before we get to this. You're gonna deep dive into Keefe D and the whole Tupac the whole Tupac murder, etc. I hope motherfuckers hold Puffy accountable. I'm sorry, fuck that shit. And that's real talks because Keefe D for years has been saying the conspiracy about how Puffy hired him and his set to put a hit out on Pac. The whole story allegedly is like he hired the hit to put on Pac, and the whole, I guess it never worked out, whatever. But it was like because it was an unpaid debt. That's essentially why Biggie got killed. That was essentially the whole reasoning behind
Rest
it.
in peace,
But
Pac.
Biggie, but
But
the whole fact is that
and
Puffy, in some sort of way, was connected in this whole shit. So I feel that there has to be like some sort of accountability because when you look at it, I don't give a fuck. Puffy has enough bodies on that motherfucker, and this guy has been getting away for years, years.
We always knew because of the proximity and how close they happen to each other. and the beef that happened before.
You look at all the circumstances, shit.
We always did a Pac with Biggie.
So if you want to bring justice to one, bring justice because Biggie. I love Pac.
I'm not hating.
But Biggie was my guy, and when he died, that hurt me personally as an artist. As a human being, that hurt me. So the fact that like when Biggie died. And knowing I felt that Puffy, he fucking calculated that shit. That guy wanted Biggie to die. So fuck all that shit. So I hope at the end of the day, Puffy is held accountable for his shit. Because if we're gonna, deep dive and fucking put justice to a man's, then everybody needs to be brought to justice. Everyone's dead except Keefy D, but Puffy's involved in that shit somehow too. Fuck that shit. Fuck that nigga.
Will he make it to the trial? Or
fuck Puffy.
Will KPD make it to the trial? Will the truth come out?
All this and more on the next episode of Connect the Dot Podcast.
Who gives a fuck?
All right.
Timing on this is not a coincidence based on everything coming out on P. Diddy right now. He was untouchable for years.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, all these people are coming out saying he's gay, he's this, he's that, he did this, he got this.
Yep.
I have a feeling this is going to link him to all this.
Yep.
We'll see.
Yep. I heard like that's the whole Jamie Foxx shit, right? The whole Jamie Foxx shit.
They're taking down Diddy.
All right.
Let's get to the next one.
Are we getting to the music?
Next one. We pretty much have to get to the music.
We have to get to the music.
I think we beat everything else dead, and we took
a
lot of extra time.
Crazy Bone.
Do we have no?
Crazy Bones is in the hospital. Hopefully he gets better. Remy's a big horde. Cheating on tattoos. J. Cole, what a dick. All right, on to the music.
Stop.
Yo. All funny shit aside.
Right now.
Hey. All funny shit aside. Prayers for Crazy Bone, though, yo.
Yes.
Listen, I'm a motherfucking.
At the time,
Chill. Listen, I'm
When he does that thing with his hand, you have to chill.
I'm a diehard Bone Thug fan. I love that shit. You know what I'm saying? Since I was like motherfucking 11, 12 years old. So, yo, that's one of my childhood motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. R.I.P. Not R.I.P. Not R.I.P. My bad. Not R.I.P.
This guy's writing them off.
No,
Don't listen to this guy's like, he's got COVID.
What I was gonna say at the time of this podcast, the latest news was he was gonna make a recovery.
Yeah.
Right?
He did say that
at the time of this podcast.
I actually would have forgot to say that. But
we don't even need to say that.
J. Cole's an asshole, and on to the music.
All jokes aside, I read that Crazy Bone's set to make a solid recovery, which is good.
That's
for me as a solid Bone fan.
More life.
Yeah, Crazy
Health
Bone definitely
wealth.
influential to the whole scene.
Wealth.
The whole Bone Thugs and Harmony, like it's crazy though, man. Like health is wealth, man. And it sucks. You know what sucks is that you're seeing a lot of these artists that we grew up with passing away. I hate that shit.
I know.
Bro,
it really bothered me.
Like feel old and remind you that death is coming. I don't know what.
He might not have been the biggest artist, but it was crazy. Didn't hip hop turn 50 this year?
Yeah, man.
Magoo died at 50 this year.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Magoo.
Rest in peace,
Magoo.
Magoo wasn't like kind of distant, man, but he had a verse that I really liked, and that song, "Love to Love You."
Yeah. Bird. Where's the word?
I dream only Orlando, make all the Luciano and girls with condo, Chanel with Casano, girl my Pasano, I share like Sonny Bono, Huckleberry Fade, Magoo.
Hard.
R.I.P.
So absurd. I thought you heard.
But there's a lot of artists.
We got some other topics, but we'll just.
There's a lot of
we have
artists.
some more confirmation on those information.
Yeah, for sure. Rest in peace, Magoo. But are we gonna get into these songs?
I think we should get into the songs. All right, so basically, if you guys are new to Connect the Dot, the way that this goes down is we review tracks every single week. Basically, we try to get through about 5, and artists submit them from all across Canada, all across the world, really. And we take them in, and we all just kind of give them our rating, our own personal, kind of feedback, criticism, if you will. We're not trying to bring anybody down, but, we're trying to give a little bit of feedback. And we also want to showcase some of the Canadian hip-hop for you guys to hear. And, we'd love to hear your guys' opinions on it. And then, hopefully, the goal here is to connect you with these artists because, the artists need more exposure. We try to create this platform for them. So we do one hook, one verse. We go around, we talk about it a little bit. And honestly, we've been doing this for a while now, and we've had a lot of fun with it. And it's helped us grow as a community. It's helped a lot of artists kind of get better with their pen game or get better with their skills. And it's helped us kind of like get in touch with new artists, new acts that maybe are going to perform on future gigs, future tours that we do around Canada or around the world, because, you know, connect the dots to the world. So we're going to jump into this. We got 5 records. Let's see how many we can get through. So the first record that we're jumping into is, what do we got?
I believe it is Own Worst Enemy, and it is by Prophet.
Okay, Own Worst Enemy by Prophet.
Own Worst Enemy by Prophet. Now, here's the only problem is, Prophet, you didn't send your actual track. You sent a link to your album.
And here we are with it.
So this is the intro track.
Worst Enemy.
The intro track is called
Intro featuring Dino.
Peace, love, prayers.
Do you want me to go to the next track instead of the intro? Might make more sense.
Yeah, maybe.
All right, Own Worst Enemy. This
Another
This
One.
one's called Another One.
Another one.
Off the album Own Worst Enemy by Prophet.
This is on Bandcamp, folks.
OWE. Yo. You see the battle with my shadow, asking why did I have to focus on illusions and the frame just collapsed through. Can't relax, I relapse like I have to. Corrupted, it's just what you get when bills pass through. Can't press rewind to remind of a better time. Made this bed of mine, should've woke up ahead of time. Lying to myself, thinking I didn't lie to you. Now we're weathering the storm, trying to ride it through. Should've listened when they say I'm proud of you. Now all I could hear is how could you? On worst enemy, loved ones and friends of me. Anything good was like facade or pretend to be. Now everything changed in the memory. Try to find a remedy, but should protect the energy. Oh, you apologies, but they ain't gon' fix. Now every dot of you is weighing on my chest. You see it's over, but I sobered up. Can't give you closure, cause now I'm doing what I'm supposed to have done. Too little, too late, temptation bested me. Now the more you see, you thinking less of me. Cursed who was blessing me, and you didn't see the side of me.
All right. So that
was
Prophet, Own Worst Enemy album, and the song was called Another One.
Another one.
Wants to spark this off.
I'll spark it off.
All right, let's go.
Because I wasn't here last week, so I'm back now.
Welcome back, by the way.
Yeah, thanks. Only want to say that after all the show's almost over, but I appreciate it the same way. Anyways,
Show's almost over. Relax. We're halfway through.
it's all good. It's all good. I appreciate the love. Listen, I'm gonna get to it. No long talking. I heard a line the other day. I forget who said it. Nobody makes music for vibing to, just chilling in your car to, and just because not every song is to dance to, and not every song is to get hyped to, whatever. Some songs just to chill to and vibe to and relax to. And I thought that was a chill song, vibe, relax to. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't get up and dance to it per se, but to put it in the whip and going somewhere while I'm vibing to it, I would do that. So I give it a 3.
Check this out. All right. Is it me?
It's you.
All right. Yeah, kind of piggybacking off of that. I like the beat. It was like a vibe, just sit back, kind of smoke a blunt too type of thing. Lyrics were going hard. I think it was a good start. I think like by the midway last part of it that I was hearing, not so much he lost me, but I think it's like he kind of started off strong, but kind of faded a little bit for me. But I still think it was still consistently good throughout the whole track. Like kind of shit I listen to personally. I like the vibe for it still. I want to hear more. I think he has harder shit personally. I can't really judge off of that one tune. I personally think he has harder shit. Like, it's not that I didn't like the beat. I like the beat. I like the cadence and the vibe he's going with. I just think he has harder shit personally. So I'm gonna go with I'm gonna give that a 3.5. Oh yeah, a strong 3.5. Strong 3.5.
All right, sure. So yo,
It's a strong 3.5 still.
Strong 3.5.
I'm gonna say, yo, the song's not terrible, but I would listen to it again. I'd actually like Gutz and Namesake said, like I would smoke to it and hold a vibe. But I wouldn't dive over a fence to go make sure say I download it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna give it a 3 'cause it's dope.
Check this out.
It didn't really make me like, yeah, but it's sick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I like the vibe.
I liked it. I thought the beat was. I agree with like everybody in the sense of it was a good record. For me, the beat was good. I liked his flow. I liked the lyrics. It was dope. But the production value overall wasn't really there for me. Like it seemed very like I don't want to call it amateur because it wasn't like he's really dope, but recording and produce the production is at an amateur level.
That's a huge thing, and that artists don't realize. It's like it's not to say that your track should sound like you're in a multi-million-dollar studio,
right?
But it has to sound professional enough that it sounds at least clean.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't sound clean and it sounds haphazard, it loses its like listening value.
Like if you bring that,
especially
that
if like you've already been in the whole audio engineering game, like maybe to the naked listener.
You're right. But even just how about this? Just as a music listener.
Yeah.
Right.
But sometimes music listeners, they don't really listen to those things.
I get you, but sometimes they do. That's what I'm saying to you. Like if we've listened to professional music all your life, all the artists you like are professional artists.
Yeah.
And you listen to somebody who's
but there's a lot of professional artists when you look like me being in audio engineering, like there's a lot of artists that when you listen back to their albums, they're not good quality.
Okay, hold on. But you're an audio engineer, you know that.
Yo, you guys
but
are hijacking my rating,
fans don't, right? Regular people who
like
listen to
you guys
music,
had your chance, eh?
Like,
I just want to
it's 2023, it's our fucking time now.
You have a one up.
It's our time. Fuck this
nigga. We're taking this over.
Reverse racism.
Reparations, nigga.
Yo, do we annihilate them or not?
Yo, bro.
This guy's a Salmo.
Execute them. We know what side you're on. We know what side you're on with the race.
Sorry, Barker.
Man.
Go ahead.
Take everything I was gonna say, like as if I wasn't gonna. Oh, because I knew it because of you guys. Yeah, because of your influence. Thank God you guys were here. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to rate this a fucking 2.5.
Damn.
Fucking 2.5 now. Why?
Why?
Because these guys fucking annoyed me because of that. No, I'm just, no, but honestly, I was gonna give it a 3.5.
Yeah.
But I'm bringing it down a notch. I'm gonna bring it down to a 3.
Okay.
I'm gonna take it down to a 3 because honestly, I just want to see you, the artist, Prophet.
Yeah.
I want to see you go step it up, go to a sick engineer, somebody that's going to take that beat even and take the stems from the beat and like chop it up and put the drops the right way, throw the what it's supposed to, like, man, if this guy was on a nicely produced, like, because the beat's nice. It just needed that extra producer to go in and just touch that one more
I think
time.
did he produce that?
I'm going to give it a 3. Let's
Did he produce it? Because he's a producer.
I don't know. We don't know. But
I have no
we can check. Well, I'll say one thing. We know people who don't make music and listen to a lot of music. Q's one of them. If we brought out like a song like that, he would hear already that like that's not professionally made. You know what I'm trying to say?
That's why I mean the amateur level is evident.
And you have experience too, but you're not an artist like that.
But the thing is, like, Prophet
I mean, I'm
is
an
like,
artist, yeah.
Sorry, my bad.
I probably have more songs recorded than you, but like I feel you.
Wow, that's wild.
On the next week's episode of Toronto,
That is wild.
Hey, we could do it.
We will.
We could do this.
That's wild.
We'll do that.
But
We can go track for track.
no, I wonder if he produced that because he's a producer.
He didn't. It was somebody else.
Oh,
Okay, but let's get into song
And then
number 2.
again, if production is one thing and engineering is another, right? You know.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the beat maker was fine.
listen.
It-
At the end of the day, I'm not
engineer.
Listen,
now.
listen.
The
At the end
engineer
of the
has
day,
to sauce it up. Oh, you
yo,
got it.
at the end of the day, I'm not even gonna knock the hustle. If sometimes men's gotta just put out tracks, just put them out. I'm just saying though, just know that like if you're gonna put it out, those things count. Those little things matter.
Agreed.
Those little things matter, and
Agreed. But
I don't knock.
you had your turn.
Like,
though.
yeah. Well,
Like how many
fuck
turns
you,
does he
man.
want? Is it twice?
fuck you.
Because of everything the white people did back in the day? Now he gets 2 times.
Done, bro.
This is a fucked up podcast.
Yo,
man. I'll tell you
I'm
that. Right?
done. This guy's taking 6 edibles. I've seen this guy mouth 6 fucking edibles, and he's here talking shit. Yo, it's kicking in. The thing is like, yo, go back to the beginning of the podcast up to now. This guy,
you want to know the truth?
He's dropped at least 4 or 5 on camera.
You want to know the
2
truth?
off camera.
Deflecting.
Fuck this guy. No, seriously, fuck this guy.
This guy's
I take
deflecting
2.
heavily.
This guy taking 6.
People.
And this shit's
Hijack.
serious, see?
People.
Yo, the
I'm not
money
allowed to have
bets
an
are
opinion on your
serious.
music. Send any music for Gutz to
Hello,
judge.
people. Do you want to know the
Twice.
truth? Well, that's the next song we have to review. It's called The Truth, featuring B1, The Architect,
That's the song I
Jay
wanna hear.
Hen, Walto Scales,
Let's
and
go.
Nathan Skulls.
Shout out to B1.
Okay.
You
Shout
know
out to
what it
Jay Hen.
is. Skulls on my album. Shout out to Nathan
Send any music if you want
Skulls.
Gutz to review it twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the truth.
Said you want the truth.
So what, I'm not allowed to have another one? Is
Hey, I'ma give you the truth. Hey.
that what you're saying?
Yeah.
You get the truth too.
If you want the truth. Yeah.
Okay.
You about to get all the truth.
No, I'm good, bro.
Yeah. Hey.
I know I'm gonna feel it later.
Truth.
Not you.
Got to LA. I am the truth.
B1. Yeah. Back in the game and I'm back on the road. After the game, cause I'll pay for the past. Never escape.
Yo, I'm starting on this one. Send the whole track next time.
What happened?
They only sent a 30-second clip to it, bro.
Go to YouTube and get the fucking track,
No, you just
bro.
have to go to the
Even on Spotify, it's the same thing, bro.
No, bro, you gotta send.
It's me?
Okay, I just want everyone to know that when you submit your songs,
It's me?
we literally grab the links of the first
What you
5
send
people
us,
that
man.
send us.
Yeah.
What's the name of the track?
don't even like
The truth.
We don't even go like
I
sometimes
told
people
you.
send us like 20,
There it
30
is.
songs
Look.
we get.
Look.
And we don't go through them all. We just take the first 5. We try not to filter through it because we want to give everyone a fair chance here.
And we don't listen to them before we come here.
So yeah, we don't because we want just a fresh
Right.
point of view. And so
Yeah, we're all
if you
keeping
send
it
us
raw at
this,
the end of the day.
well, either way, we're gonna replace this one.
All right.
Yeah, we have more. Okay, so on to the next track. We've got 2MG, Worry Is Mine.
Video too?
Yo, I have it right now. Cut that. We'll play the track right now. I'll see to it. No?
Disrespectful.
Yo, you're.
I'm playing the link they gave me, bro. What do I want from me?
I don't know.
Bro, I don't know. I'm a hunk for it, guy.
I am the truth. I got the juice. Hop out the booth and I hop in the coupe. Roll up a deuce and go fucking your bitch like it's something to do. Flick of my wrist and the twitch of my finger could turn you to bippity boppity boo. Mr. Yabba Dabba Doo. I am the great gazoo. Pumping and passing this fruity pebbles with the crew. Do what I do. I ain't got nothing to lose. What's your excuse? Not for nothing, but there's nothing to choose. I got way too much to prove. Chasing this money like honey, I'm Winnie the Pooh. Roll up a plane on the way to the stew. Spin up a dude and go fucking your boo. Sabbath is true. She love me better than you. Hey, yeah, I am the truth. Yeah, yeah, said you want the truth. Yeah, hey, I'ma give you the truth. Hey, yeah, if you want the truth, yeah, you about to get all the truth. Hey, yeah, hey, I am the truth. Got to LA, I am the truth.
B1. Yeah. Back in the game and I'm back on the road. After the game, cause I'll pay for the past. Never escape with a pain in the
Pause that, yo. Pause that. Pause that, bro.
All right, that was The Truth featuring B1 the Architect, Jay Hen, Walter Scales, and Nathan Skulls.
Who went first just now?
That was, I believe, was it Jay Hen?
I think it was Jay Hen.
I think it was Jay Hen.
I think, but I'm not sure. I want to say it was Jay Hen, though.
It was Jay Hen. All right, who's going first?
Brother, go first.
You're up.
No, you said you're up. So talk your shit.
I went first last time.
So you're
I
turn.
don't care. I'll go first. I'm not afraid to go first.
Counterclockwise. Let's go.
Anyways,
you
you
that-
know what? I'm not even gonna get into it. But like Gutz, you already went first.
Counterclockwise is,
You went first, and then what? You went first. All right.
for me, it's different.
Listen. The track was good. The track was good. Okay.
Why are we fucking like making this complicated?
I don't know, bro. Like,
Why are you still going on about it? I'm already into my review. Why does he keep
Guy's on
hijacking my review?
7
You
edibles.
see what I'm saying, bro?
Yo, we should have
I'm
a counter.
not allowed.
Yo, make sure that the counter's there. With how many edibles this guy takes.
Dan's a drug addict.
Like 5, ding,
Oh,
6.
yeah.
This guy. Just saying.
Dan did this.
Just
Dan did that.
saying.
Deflecting. He's deflecting. He's
Just
hijacking.
saying.
He's angry
Hurry
at
up,
me.
man. It says zeros. That means we don't have
saying
tape.
zeros, bro.
Oh, shit.
Oh, looks like Gutz doesn't have time to tell you his review. Whoops. Oh, that might upset him. So let me say my opinion, and let's hope that he doesn't.
Let's
hijack
go.
it. So, first of all, as long as Gutz isn't on the record, you get an extra 0.5 on this round. No, I'm just joking.
Wow.
No. Okay, no, for real. Let's get back to business here. Okay, these guys, I really liked everything. I liked the beat. It's a hype performance track. The hook was catchy. Everything was like on point with that. I thought the flow, not just on the hook was obviously kind of simple, but like in the verse, it was good. Like the flow was catchy. It had me going like this the whole time. I was like, And you know when white people do that, it's a good song.
Oh my God.
So, what? Oh, you can. Okay. All right. No, I see how this is going. Okay. So, but my point to the matter is that it's a good song. I liked it, but I'm gonna give it a 3. Because at the end of the day, like for one, I want to say this: it's a catchy track. It's good for the club, but kind of like reverse back to the other track, right? that track was dope, and I would like to listen to it in the ride. I would listen to it at home, chilling, all that kind of stuff. I'm not really in the club like that, so I'm more into like the more cool
chill
jam
vibe.
out. Yeah, and honestly, if it's gonna be a hype club track, I feel like it's gonna be different than the way that they kind of deliver.
Okay.
That was like a dope track, but it was like a 3. Yeah. On to the next one. I'm gonna send it over to you right over here.
So you'll hear what? I mean, yo, J Hen. If that was J Hen at the beginning of the song, I like the energy of his verse. I like the it was animated too. You know what I'm saying? I like the animated flow. I like that shit. It's good. It's a good start to hype up a hype song. And on top of that, I know everybody on that song can rap. You know what I'm saying? There's not really a name on there that can't rap. You know what I'm saying? So I like it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm only going by the first verse. So that's all I had to go by. But
we gotta go by,
at the same time, though.
Format, bro.
At the same time, though, I'm gonna give it a 3.5 because it's solid as fuck. You know what I'm saying? But that's also a thing, though. You see, the reason I'm giving it 3.5 is because that's a song that needs to get a solid rating because it's a posse cut and then a diverse posse cut. More of the song would need to be heard to get a higher rating. That's my opinion. I don't know if y'all agree or not. But I'm going to say 3.5.
Well, you'll find out, won't you?
A solid 3.5.
I agree with the fact that for Jahan especially, like he's come a long way as an artist.
100.
I thought that was
bro.
really
I remember when he was just starting out, and you were doing the showcase series. And it was me and him when they toe to toe at the end of this shit.
Yeah,
So,
and you won, but yeah.
We're not talking about that. I'm just saying I remember him as a youth coming up and
giving you your flowers, bro.
Respect, but he held his own though. You know what I'm saying?
He's amazing, bro. Good energy.
Yeah.
Dope dude.
Yeah.
That was sick, like especially for him. That was one of his better tracks for sure.
Word up, shout out J Hen. You know,
if I was just rating J Hen, I'd probably give him a higher thing, like on a bias tip. I'll give him higher. Oh yeah. Like I gotta give it.
Gotta hear everybody else's verse.
3, 5. Yeah.
And yo, there's heavy hitters on the song though.
I want to hear the rest of the track.
You know
just kind of
shout out everybody.
More or
on
less
that
the
song,
same
though.
thing that you're saying, Dre.
Yeah.
Like I think I want to hear the whole track because it's hard to try to judge these kind of crew tracks because you hear the first verse and it's like it's not to say that his verse like wasn't a bop. It was just one of those ones where it's like you want to hear, okay, you dropped, now let me hear what this guy did. Let me hear what this guy did. And then you have a better assessment of the track, whatever, right? But yeah, kind of piggybacking off of what you're saying too, Dan, like, I'm not in the club like that. So it's one of those beats where it's like, you got to be in a vibe to listen to it. And for me, like, it's not, like, if I'm an artist, it's like one of those ones where it's like, you have to have like a different, like, you have to make sure your context is on point, right? Where, you're talking about like, just like that hype shit, whatever, come with that energy, the double time or whatever, right? Like, I'm one of those guys who's like, I'm a laid back guy, like, listen to it, smoke my tin, just getting the vibe, taking the lyrics. I'm a lyricist. I love taking the lyrics and hearing, whatever. But for what he did, like, yeah, he did it justice or whatever in the first part of the track to set it off. He did a good job setting it off. But overall, the beat didn't really grab me like that. I wasn't really on it like that, like per se, right? I want to hear what everyone did with it. I'm in between a 3 and a 3.5, man. I'm in between a 3 and a 3.5. I'm gonna give it a 3.5. I was
waiting for the first 3.25.
Oh yeah. I can't give it 3.25. I would give it 3.25.
I think you should because it would be the first 3.25.
But it's kind of like
it's not even a rating though.
Not even a rating like that.
3.25 is not a rating.
Because then you can say what 3.1.
Does he always get angry like this?
It's not a rating though.
We're not doing that.
Give it what a 1 point.
1.5 is what you're getting. It's only halves. It's holes and halves, bro. Holes and halves.
All right, no quarter pounders around here.
3 point like.
All right, fine.
Yo, listen.
But everybody knows a QP is a good place to start. Anyway, sorry, what were you saying?
Listen, man, I hope you guys took in everything these guys had to say. Because I were proud of everything they had to say. They rated it similar to the track before, and they all said the guys on it can rap. Right? Next guys can rap, and they want to hear the guys that can rap. They also said the first guy who rapped sounded good, right? Right? So why is the rating so low?
It's not low.
That's not that low.
That's not low. 3.5 is a good rating.
That's a good one.
That's a great rating. Yo, we gave what 0.5s and 1s last week, bro. What are you talking about?
That was last week.
We gave 0.5s and 1s.
Changed this week.
Hold on, that was last week.
I'm just saying though.
Okay,
3.5 is a good rating.
I'm comparing it to
How is it low?
I'm comparing it to a song we just heard. You guys give the similar ratings. You gave 1 point.
What?
You gave the other one a 2.5. This is a
I like the beat for the last track. What are you talking about?
But you said it wasn't professional.
What was that? Okay.
All I'm saying is exactly what these guys said. Other guys who can rap on the track who are coming up probably going to be nice. I'm going to give it a potential. I'm going to rate it off potential. I'm going to give it a 4 off potential. The first guy didn't have the greatest punchlines or anything like that, but his syllable wordplay was nice. Well, the syllable play was nice, right? And then the beat was decent enough. And since the other guys I know on the track can rap, I'm pretty sure they're probably going to be as hype. So I'm going to give it a 4 off potential.
Okay, you didn't really go that much higher. Because we had a 3.5 and you went 0.5 higher. So hold on, you're taking the higher route and only going 0.5 higher? I was waiting for a 4.5. I was waiting for a 4.5.
Man's giving it a 3, bro.
Yo, you've been dissing the whole time.
I was waiting for a 4.5.
Yo,
I was waiting.
Can we agree that Specz has been dissing me the whole time on this
I think
podcast?
after that, I can agree with you.
Can we agree on
Only
that?
after that, though.
Okay, cool.
I never thought that.
Yo, you guys put in the comment section.
Put in the comments.
This Specz dissed me the whole time in this fucking podcast? Because I think so.
Because I want to talk about him. I want to talk about everybody.
No.
Right?
Okay.
He's talking
But
shit.
he took it personal because he went it personal at the start. He went against me
Anyways,
personally.
Let's be honest,
That's
guys.
okay, though. You don't want to hear my side. You don't want to hear
We
my
really
side. You don't want to hear
appreciate
my side.
everybody for tuning
You don't
in.
wanna hear my
I
side.
know we couldn't get through 5 songs tonight, but we really appreciate everybody for tuning in. And next week, we'll hope to crunch 5 in. But I hope you guys enjoyed the banter between us because realistically, we're all just out here, longtime friends, longtime business partners, long time in this game of hip hop in the Toronto industry. And we're just here to shine a little bit of light on some things that are going on, shine some light on some artists, have a good time with the music, and enjoy ourselves. So I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Shout out to Hollywood in the back.
Hollywood.
Yeah, man. Shout out Hollywood. We wouldn't be sounding and looking this good.
You ain't seen him yet, you heard him.
Big up.
That's right. And shout out to you guys, man. Appreciate you. I know you two are beefing, like we'll continue this in the parking lot after. But honestly,
Hey, yo, make sure you hit the subscribe button, follow button, tell a friend, connect the dot. You know what it is. We always out here. Support your local hustlers. Make sure you tell the peoples, man. Share that shit. Artists, hit us up. We don't fucking discriminate. We keep it 100. We keep it a buck with y'all. Fuck with us, y'all.
Send comments on anything you heard us talk about because we want to hear what you got to think too and what you got to say too. And also, topics that we didn't touch on. If we didn't touch on it and you want us to touch on it, drop it in the comments.
Let us know who you
we'll
want
speak
us.
on it, man.
Let us know who you want us to bring in. Who do you suggest somebody? We got. We're open to anything.
We do have more guests coming.
We have
though,
ideas.
so
we
stay
have
tuned.
ideas. We do what we do. What
There's
we
a couple
think y'all
lined
wanna
up.
do.
There's a couple
we
lined
also
up.
want to listen to y'all. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man. But yo,
The
hit
ears to
us
the
up.
street, you know what I'm saying?
You already know. Connect the dot. We out here. Peace, love, and respect. Keep it 100.
Yo.
That's what we do.
Peace.
Coming up next week, connect the dot. City to city, we drop. Put it together and watch. Out for the best. Coming up next week, connect the dot.